What if the man who walked the dusty roads of Galilee, the carpenter's son, the one crucified between thieves, wasn't just a man? What if Jesus of Nazareth was actually God? This isn't just a religious claim. It's not just something Christians say on Sundays. This is a truth that has shaken kingdoms, split calendars in two, and transformed billions of lives. In the next few minutes, you're going to see the evidence. Biblical, historical, spiritual, and personal. And by the end, you won't just know why Jesus Christ is God. You'll feel it in your soul. Subscribe if you're ready to walk into the light of truth. Chapter 1: The Claims of Jesus. Narrator, calm and persuasive. Jesus didn't just act like a prophet. He said things no prophet ever dared to say. I and the Father are one. John 10 verse 30. Before Abraham was, I am. John 8 verse 58. Do you understand how shocking that was? He was using God's personal name, the same I am revealed to Moses at the burning bush. The Jewish leaders knew what he meant. That's why they picked up stones to kill him. Jesus didn't just speak about God. He spoke as God. Chapter 2: The Works of God. Narrator. Anyone can claim to be divine. But Jesus backed it up with actions only God could do. He forgave sins, something only God could do. He healed the blind, raised the dead, calmed storms with a word, and walked on water. Nature obeyed him. Demons feared him. Even death surrendered at his command. And when he rose from the grave after 3 days, he shattered the final wall between man and God. Chapter 3: The Witness of Heaven and Earth. Narrator. At his baptism, the heavens opened, and a voice thundered. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. On the mountain, he was transfigured. His face shone like the sun. Moses and Elijah stood beside him, and the Father spoke again. Even demons cried out, You are the Holy One of God. And what did the Roman soldier say, standing at the foot of the cross? Truly, this was the Son of God. Heaven, earth, and even hell, all recognized who he really was. Chapter 4: Fulfilled Prophecies. No one in history has fulfilled prophecy like Jesus. Born of a virgin, in Bethlehem, from the line of David. Betrayed for 30 pieces of silver. Pierced, crucified, buried, and risen. Over 300 prophecies from the Old Testament, all pointing to him. Statistically impossible for one man unless he was who he said he was. The Messiah. The Christ. God with us. Chapter 5: Changed Lives. Still not convinced? Then look around. Kings, drug dealers, atheists, and murderers. People from every background have met this Jesus, and they've never been the same. He doesn't just inspire. He transforms. He breaks chains. He sets captives free. He heals wounds you didn't even know you had. No man, no prophet, could do this. Only God can change the heart. And that's what Jesus does every single day. Chapter 6: The Trinity Mystery, One God, Three Persons. Here's the mystery that many struggle with. If Jesus is God, then who was he praying to? If he's God, why did he cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me? This is where we must enter the sacred mystery of the Trinity. One God. Three persons. Father. Son. Holy Spirit. Not three gods. Not one God with three masks. But one eternal being, existing as three distinct yet united persons. Think of water, liquid, ice, and vapor, same substance, different forms. Or the sun, light, heat, and power, different expressions, same source. Jesus, the Son, has always been with the Father before time began. John 1 verse 1 says, In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word became flesh, Jesus. He walked among us. prayed to the Father, obeyed the Father, yet never ceased to be God. This is divine relationship. This is heavenly intimacy. And it's not meant to confuse you. It's meant to invite you in, to show you that God isn't distant or cold. He is relational, loving, and near. Jesus isn't God's messenger. He is God himself, revealing God in a way we could finally understand. Chapter 7, The Blood Covenant, Only God Could Pay the Price. Let's get real. Humanity has a sin problem. And sin doesn't just make you feel guilty, it separates you from the Creator. That separation is eternal. It's deadly. In the Old Testament, animals were sacrificed to cover sin temporarily. But those were just shadows, previews. Then came Jesus, the Lamb without blemish. God in flesh, laying down his life, not to cover sin, but to destroy it. Only God could live a sinless life. Only God could carry the full weight of humanity's rebellion. And only God's blood could satisfy the justice of a holy throne. Hebrews 9 verse 12 says, He entered the most holy place once for all by his own blood, thus obtaining eternal redemption. Jesus wasn't just a victim on the cross. He was a warrior, crushing sin and death, paying the price no man ever could. This is why we worship him. Not because he died, but because he chose to, and he rose again. His blood screams from the ground. You are forgiven. You are free. Chapter 8, The Eternal Reign, The Return of the King. Many see Jesus as gentle and meek, the Lamb who was slain. But don't forget, he is also the Lion of Judah, the King of glory, the one who will come again, not in humility, but in power. Revelation 19 paints the picture. He rides a white horse. His eyes are flames of fire. A sword comes from his mouth, and on his robe it reads, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. This is not the Jesus of children's books. This is the conquering Christ, returning to judge evil, restore justice, and reign forever. Every knee will bow. Every tongue will confess. Jesus Christ is Lord. You can deny him now. Mock him. Ignore him. But the day is coming when no one will question his identity. The question is, will you bow now in surrender, or later in regret? Jesus is not just a part of history. He is the author of history. And soon, the sky will split. And the world will finally see, he was God all along. Final outro, strong emotional close. You were never meant to live blind. You were never meant to wonder who Jesus is. The truth has been revealed. The evidence is before you. Jesus Christ is God. And he's not far away. He's at the door of your heart, knocking. Will you open it? Subscribe now if you want more life-changing truth. Comment below what you learned or what questions you still have. And share this with someone searching for answers. Because knowing who Jesus really is the difference between death and life. Between religion and relationship. Between fear and freedom. He is not just a man. He is not just a prophet. He is God. And he is calling you today.